Oh, what's up, guys? It's your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Division 2 with your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. Shoot. So we're gonna be talking about a cool topic. I did real great on the last videos, y'all. Shoot that at the park, almost 1,000 views. So I guess I can do more commentary for y'all. I guess y'all like, the commentaries and the topics that I come up with. So what we're going to be doing is, deep diving into the game of Division 3. So we're going to have a lot of Division 3 content, talk about that come into. So yeah, the first one is going to be, we're going to be talking about the deeper RPG customization in the Division 3 that we should see. So some more deeper RPG, because I feel as though the story is, how can I put it? It's not connected as I thought it would be. Don't get me wrong, it's a great story. I just feel as though like it's like secondary to the game. If I would put it in that instance, it's not really mandatory to play. I mean, when you first get Division 2, for people that's new coming to the Division 2 or, just Division in general, if you didn't play the first one to the second one, the Division 2 is like, they didn't made it to where you can just, jump in, start your character, you off to the races. But it never really gave us that story factor, I would say, because I would say the RPG in the game, the story in general, it's like it's just secondary. It's like, okay, we play it, man, we get the gear, we going about our business, basically. We're not really projecting into the story at all in a way. We're just like, okay, we got to build, we can attach this to the gear. Just like the recent one, when we got that chess piece, a lot of people didn't like the chess piece. You see how, how it dwelled in the game, because you don't even really hear nobody talk about the chess piece that much. The protection from elites and stuff like that. They made a couple of big YouTubers made a couple of builds. I was even considering making a build, but I'm just focusing on main builds that will help you rank up in general. So I'm going to be, just to let you guys know, I'm added to the, if you want to become a member on the channel, I will have breakdown videos in the membership. So it will be in the membership too as well. So you'll be seeing a couple of videos that's membership only that you got to get to, and it'll be in the playlist. So yeah, I have a solely playlist for the division for that. So I'm just saying, we don't really hear much about the story. The story is really like lackluster, and I feel as though we need to have a little bit more of a substance in a way. Because it's like we jump into the division, we just focus on character. We don't really focus on the actual story of the game. I have not, the crazy part about it, I do my research on video games that I play a lot, and the one thing I have not seen, I have not seen in general, is if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I have not seen a person did a speed run on this game. And that's very, very uncommon, because you would see like, if it had an interesting story, people will, dive deep into the division. But the division is mostly main character building based. It's like a lot of people call it what is it, bullet punching, I forgot what it's called, bullet something where you just shooting a whole bunch of bullets and stuff like that. But me in general, my fault is early. Me in general, I would do this video like almost 6-7 in the morning, but in general, I would say the story is lackluster because it has no substance. We come in, we build a character, we get on our teams, which, don't get me wrong, I love that fact about there. And I love the matchmaking too. Will be improved in the later videos. I explain that too as well. But overall, the story does not have any substance. We just play it. We got all our beefed up characters. We beat it. We go right back. We go right back to just grinding. And now it made it so easier to get gear. It's just, time consuming. And just, if you're willing to grind the gear out, you can go grind it out. If you're willing to go the short way, you can go the short way playing the levels out. You can matchmake in any subject. You can go by earning through Dark Zone. There's so many other options. Then the story is just like dead last in the game. It does not have any substance. And it's like they jumping into some like Rainbow Six did, where it just like went straight online based, no story substance. It's basically, that's what Division is basically, I would say, becoming in a way, because the story does not have any substance. I have not seen a person do a speed run in the story. I have not seen a person. I have seen people do quality tests for their GPUs and stuff like that, but not in generally talking about the story. Like, the story has nothing. Even the DLC, people not, in general, people are not caring about the story of the new DLC. They're mostly caring about, oh, it's a new section in New York to go to. We going to Brooklyn. That's it. And we just playing the levels, beefing up our players again. It's just the endless cycle. And I don't know if it's just me thinking that, or, you know, by me being a, you know, game type of guy that actually dissect games and I actually sit here and plays them. And I got over 1,000 hours in the Division. And, you know, if you want to check it, you can go to my profile and check it. KoolAndMan100x.com. You can definitely go check my PlayStation profile out and see how many hours I put into it yourself. And by me actually putting in over 1,000 hours, and I would say it has no story substance. Like, the story, I would say they didn't really put more into the writers of the story than they did the overall creation of the Division. Because the creation was so new, people wouldn't even like, yo, it's third person, you got all this gear, you can create, you can balance stuff. I think the only thing the Division is missing is transportation. I mean, it is the perfect me personally, it is the most creative third person shooter I have ever seen in my life, because it's a lot of people might, oh, you just shooting into the game is very and they give you so many options as a player in the game where you just totally forget about the story completely. You really do not care about the story, and the story does not have any issue of being within your mindset of playing the game. Like, I have not seen anybody get on Division like, yo, I'm about to go play this level with this character to get this. They didn't made the game so optimistic of things you have to get to unlock certain parts of your character to where you just blow past that and don't even care about the story. You don't even care about the person you're going against. You just like, bam, I gotta do these journeys, I gotta get this, I gotta get that to get the perks, then I can be man. You know, it's not really anything serviceable about the game. As far as the RPG aspect of it, there's no story substance. That's just my opinion of it, and it's really not giving any idea on how the game is actually being told. Like, they even bringing back same characters, just, you know, get the DLC going, get the characters going. That's about it. It's really not. There's really no substance to the story in the game. And I thought that was kind of odd, because I'm like, they bringing back dead characters supposed to be dead. They bringing back, you know, Keebler and stuff like. I'm like, you ain't got nothing new. It's as far as the story. And I'm just thinking like they throwing the story together, but just focusing on gameplay. And I have no problem with that. But if you got a person that actually sits here and, you know, really dig deep into the Division like this, you know, in general, and people saying like, wow, they're using the same characters for the story, and people just so excited, oh, we open up. But to be truly honest with you, I really don't see the need of buying it. I mean, I don't know if they're selling it or not. I don't know. I know I'm gonna buy it, but I really don't see any substance in it, especially if you in a way of buying the season pass. I really, after you, I would say, if, just like I said before, if you got over, I would say if you got over 1,000 hours in that game, you'll see what I'm talking about. But if you under that, I mean, okay, 300-400, you're doing justice. But I mean, really digging deep. We ain't even gonna say 1,000 hours. If you haven't even played the Division 1 and completely went through that game, then the Division 2, then put 1,000 hours in, then I could say, okay, you got experience in the Division. But me personally, I played them both, and I have racked in both, and I have total content on both of them. And in general, from the Division 1 and 2, there has been no story substance. Now, I do love that feature, which I hope they actually bring back, which I don't know they will or not, is the underground. That was fun. The underground was so fun to run to me because it wasn't even, it was like a mixture of story based and tactical ways of learning how to, you know, with a group, with a random group, stuff like that. And the underground was so beastly, and you can solo the underground too as well. So it was so many aspects of it to where like the story just started falling. It started really falling, and they started focusing on gameplay, creativity, and making your beards more beefier, and making the levels more harder, making them more, you know, stuff like that, making it more team. Because I feel as though Division 1 was more team based than the Division 2. Division 2 is like everybody got their own build, everybody beefed up. You don't really need no, because I like that feature where you can just hit that and everybody get up off the ground. I thought that was a hell of a feature in Division 1 because it was so, you know, in case y'all need to all get up at one time to fight back, bam, you had that. So it was dope. I love that team aspect because it gives that Gears of War. That's what I loved about Gears of War in that way. And I'm surprised they have not added that to the Division. I think that would be totally beastly if they add like a wave system where you can team up and have different waves you can go. That would be awesome if they add that feature, because you get the co-op and you can do waves, and through the story you can still co-op through the story. But I thought if they added that, that's why I said Gears of War was so dope with the campaign co-op thing. It was so fun to do back in the day, because that was the only reason I would buy an Xbox, just to play the co-op campaign with Gears of War. And I thought the Division was going to go that route, more into the campaign aspect of it, but they went into the online aspect. It's still there, don't get me wrong, it still has that aspect, but I just feel as though the story just fell off. It just, you know, they'll throw a level out there to, you know, test your ability and stuff like that, beef up levels, but it's never been like, you know, like, oh, I'm about to play this story, Division 2. No, you're just playing this story strictly, you're playing the level strictly for gear. You're not playing it just to be, you know, enjoying it. So basically, that's how I look at it. But that's my opinion, you know, for, you know, deeper RPG customization. And, you know, it should have that. It should have a little bit of an RPG element to it. I just feel as though the story just been lackluster. You can't really, you can't go to nobody. You can't really stick to the story. Then people just, you know, played a little bit of it, then just rank their character up with their friends. So you don't really have to. If you really get into Division 2 now, you really don't even have to play the story at all, except the first, if you're starting your player from ground zero, after you finish those campaigns, everything is pretty much, you know, you got a person, you know, a person that you know personally that's already ranked up in the game. Me personally, I never made a second character. I just been working on the one character. So it's just, ain't no need, you know, no need to really play the story anymore. So I just feel as though they should add the story a little bit more better. I hope the Division 2 have a better, stronger campaign. But 9 times out of 10, they gonna give us more customability with our character. So yeah, I'm like out for that. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You know, if y'all like these topic videos, let me know. Let me know in the comments below some other topics you want me to talk about. And, you know, I'm gonna keep them coming as much as I can. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.